All right, Georgia, this one's probably going to be a little bit easier. I'm giving the offense an A, and the only reason I'm not giving them an A plus, and this is kind of nitpicky, but struggling at times in the red zone, converting red zone opportunities into touchdowns. But yeah, Heisman finalist at quarterback, nation's best tight end, arguably. Running game, at times was a little bit of a question mark, but the offensive line was one of the best in the country. Again, there's not much to pick apart on Georgia's offense, which was just so dynamic basically all season long.
Absolutely. I gave him an A plus. I know you're spot on with your evaluation there, but I mean you just torched TCU in the national championship game, and maybe that's clouding my mind a little bit. But outside of those little small things, I mean, this Georgia offense was pretty much unstoppable all season. So I gave him an A plus.
Well, that's the grade I gave for the defense, Steven. So I made up for it. I thought the defense would take a slight step back and slight step from maybe the best defense of all time the year prior. I mean, I didn't notice much of a drop off at all with the Georgia Bulldogs. Just an incredible, incredible performance by the defense, and so they got an A plus in my book.
I gave him an A. So we disagree a little bit. I'll tell you why I gave him an A, and that's really the last like the LSU game in the SEC championship and the Ohio State. I just felt like they gave up too much through the air, but it's hard to be like too picky, too critical of this defense when, as you mentioned, Nakobe Dean and Jordan Davis and all those guys are playing in the NFL. So I gave him an A, but honestly, A plus is probably more fair given that they had a significant amount of personnel turnover and didn't miss a beat pretty much.